Welcome to the Money Watch Show. It's Thursday, May 2nd, and we are here trying to help you make great, better, less bad financial decisions. We do that by asking you to do a little bit of work. You just need to go to our website, JillOnMoney.com, click the Contact Us button, and write us a note. And once you write that note, at the end of the form, there will be a couple of boxes. Check one of them if you want to join us on the air live. Now, if you are chosen to be on the air live, you may just get to speak to the best, the most incredible executive producer in the world. His name is Mark Talercio. Hello, Mark.
Hello, Jill.
I always like the English accent and with a pause, which is like you realize that I've cued you, but you're not off mute, right? Is that sort of what's happening?
This program, I don't know, for some reason, it's always tough for me to unmute myself. It's like I click it and it doesn't go. I got to click it again.
Oh, that's all right. You did a great job. Fantastic. I just love the English accent more than anything. And by this time, you'll be back from Great Britain. I want some coffee also. No, don't bring me coffee. I'm just kidding. I know you only have enough you have enough room in your bag for what, a 5-pound bag of beans?
I will bring back a couple bags, as I always do.
You know, when I was in Great Britain, the thing that I realized is the scones there are so much better. So much better. And I like my scone. I don't like cakey scones, or scone, as they say. I'm into, like, the real deal. It's so good. You're not a scone person, are you? You're a chocolate person, right?
I love chocolate, but I'll have a scone.
You'll do it?
Why not?
All right. All right. Well, listen, let us know if you have a recipe for scones. I won't make it. I promise. That I won't. That seems like a hard thing to make. That seems like a much better thing to buy than to make yourself. Don't you think? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, we are today joined by a listener, Keith. He's on the line from Connecticut. Hello, Keith. How are you? What can we do for you?
Hi. I'm really nervous, by the way. So
it's just us. Don't worry. Relax.
I know it's easier said than done, but no, I'm just worried, and I always worry, and it's not healthy. So I'm trying to just ease that out of my mind. But
all right, well, you know what? Everybody does have money issues of some sort. You're not alone. You know, why do we have a whole show? You know, this is not just math. There is feeling and emotion. You know, we all feel these things. So don't worry about it. We're with you. And whatever you're feeling, I'm sure you're not the first person who has felt it, but you're very kind to come on the program despite being nervous, and maybe we can help you out. So first of all, Keith, how old are you?
33. I'll be 34 in August.
All right. And are you working full time?
Yes.
Okay. How much do you earn?
58,387.
Could you be more precise? I'm just kidding. I'm going to just say 58,400. Are you married, single, partnered?
Single.
Okay. And so what is it that's freaking you out, man? You make a nice living. You're a young guy. You're starting your life. What's up?
I just don't know if my investments are invested correctly. If I don't know if, I work for the USPS, so I have a pension. It's just like, I basically have two pensions, right? Social Security and that. And even if nothing happens, I think it's 80%. Social Security if nothing happens for people my age.
Yeah, you'll be fine. Don't worry. They're going to figure it out. No one's going to be happy about what they do, but they'll fix it. So how long have you been with the Postal Service?
So it's been almost 10 years. However, like the first 4-ish were doesn't count as a part-time. So I would say full-time since 2020. Okay. So basically like 6. It's weird how they do it, but basically, I've been in there 6 years. Everything's vested. All the TSP's vested.
Okay. Are you planning on kind of being a career dude at the Postal Service? And how long do you have to stay in it to get to get kind of like where you want to go with your pension?
Basically, 57 is the magic number for. It's a weird thing. There's like 3 different options, but 57 with 20 years. So I'll be clearly like 25 years, 25-ish years, 57 to get a full-blown pension.
And what would that be? Is that like what percent of your income?
Average, high 3 average times your years times 1%. If you say to 62, it's 1.1%. So it's a little bit of a 10% raise.
So this plus Social Security, if you make it to, say, 57 and then you pop Social Security on top of that, you're thinking that you'll probably be okay for retirement. Is that kind of the game plan?
I think so. I just don't own a house right now, but like I don't even know if I could, even if I had a down payment, I don't even think I could afford the mortgage here and kind of get a loan.
Yeah. I mean, I have to say that owning a home right now is a sucker deal. I think you're better off taking the money that you have and putting it away and investing it. Are you using the thrift savings plan?
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. How much is
It's a
in
great
there?
system. 65K-ish. It's
Wow.
all 100%. Yeah, I was with my parents in the beginning, so I was just putting about 10%, and then I moved out, so I knocked it back down. But
And you said you have 100% in the stock fund?
CNS, yes,
Okay.
C Fund and S Fund.
Any other money that you are putting away for yourself besides the thrift savings plan?
I just have a Vanguard Roth IRA and an HSA.
That's great. How much is in the Roth?
I started that 3 years ago, but I didn't know what I was doing, so I only maxed it out this year and last year. But there's about, it ebbs and flows, but I put in about 15 grand.
Amazing.
But it's like at 17,000 or something like that.
And is that all in just an index fund or other stuff?
It's in a small cap value fund and a REIT fund.
Are you thinking like, hey, let me put it in something that I can't get in the TSP?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
How much is in the HSA?
Yeah, I just started that this year or last year. So in cash, I'm very healthy. So I only keep about $700 in cash. You can keep like, I think $100, but I keep 700. I mean, the deductible is 1,600, but that's about almost $5,000, like 4,800, 4,700.
Amazing. I mean, this is great. Yes.
That's the thing.
Hold on.
I compare myself to
stop comparing yourself. Hold on a second. Mark, come in here. This dude is 33, going to be 34. He is in a pension system that is perhaps one of the greatest pensions that's out there. He's also got a bunch of money in his thrift savings and he's contributing. How do you think Keith is doing? Mark is very hard on people. So I'm going to let Mark come in. I'm just kidding.
He can't be as hard as I was raised, but
all right.
Well, no, I'm not hard. But the thing is, Keith, you probably spend very, very little money. And that's going to be what you're used to spending going forward. So I think in the future, you're probably going to have more money than you're making now.
I agree. And that's what I need to find balance. Like I go to a therapist and I try and, and they say that, I need to find a balance between investing and living now because I'm only 33 once. It's like, I'll be Scrooge McDuck at, 65.
Yeah,
and,
right. Okay. So here's the thing. Maybe for someone like you, because you're tough on yourself, maybe we can give you a little bit of help here. So what percentage are you putting into your thrift savings plan right now?
8%. They match 100% of 5%.
Okay. Do you have a Roth option?
Yes. I didn't know what I was doing in the beginning, but I think there's about 26K-ish in the Roth part. My tax bracket, it's only maybe like 11%.
Yeah, I would
10%.
Totally do all Roth all the time.
Yeah, all the
for
yeah,
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep.
Look, I got to tell you something. We need to make sure that you give yourself some fun money. So maybe, you know how you put money into your thrift savings? You got 8% that's going in there. Then you're putting money in the Roth. Then you're putting money in the HSA. What about your savings account? What's in there?
So I have like just one I just put like 100. Again, I have very little income, but I just put like $100 into this one that I just do forever probably. Together, it's about one only has like 1,800. The other one has a little over. I put in 500 in one on the first of the month and 100 in the other.
Mm-hmm.
So it's about. I think there's only about 8,000 in one and then like almost 2,000 in another.
I mean, so you got 10 grand right there. So that's fine. Do you know how much you actually spend on a monthly basis?
I use a budgeting app, and if I didn't use the app, I would be totally lost. But I try to keep it to like my paycheck's only like $1,320, so I try to keep it to $2,600 for everything. So just about that.
Mark, what can we do to help Keith enjoy some of his money? Should we like basically have him pay himself a little bit of like maybe some of the money that's going into checking and savings that we actually reduce that so that he has some more fun? We want him to like enjoy what he's doing. What do you think?
With all this money that you're putting aside, are you really just left with nothing at the end of each month? It's very, very tight.
I would say no. I just am single and I walk the dog a lot. I go to the gym.
I would say this. I think that you should give yourself a little bit of a break. And the way that you can do that is that I think you should, yeah, but I think you should, I play a therapist on TV. No, I don't. But I think that what you can do is you can basically give yourself a little fun money account, and that you should try to spend some amount of money on yourself every month just for fun. That may mean that like you go out for lunch, or you hang out with your buddies, or you like buy the round of beers, or you go like to do something nutty, or, you know, whatever it is. But I think you have to start by doing this now. Otherwise, I'll tell you what my fear is. The thing that happens often is that if you don't do this now and you don't learn how to have this balance that you are seeking, it becomes incredibly difficult to do anything different later. So you have to give yourself some fun. You have to be able to do something that's going to give you pleasure, and it doesn't have to be crazy, and you're entitled to do it. So first, what you need to hear from both me and Mark, and again, we're both certified financial planners. We would not tell you you're in good shape if you weren't. You're in great shape, okay? The pension is going to be there. Your Social Security is going to be there. You don't spend a lot of money. And, you know, if you're making almost $60,000 a year, you're saving a ton of money. So of that 60, Mark, what should we make Keith spend every year on himself?
Make me spend. That's
what
awesome.
are we going to make him spend? What do you want to do?
$6,000.
Oh my God, you're so awesome, Mark. I love it. 10% he wants you to spend. How hard would that be for you, Keith? Like, could you go on vacation?
Super difficult. No, I don't go on vacation.
No. All right, let's start with something simpler.
That $6,000 could go to my Roth IRA. That $6,000 could go.
Okay, what if we said you have to spend on yourself? Wait a minute, I'm bargaining now. Could you spend $250 a month on yourself just doing something fun? Just something. $250. You could like buy somebody flowers. You could enjoy, you could like go out. You could go to a concert. You could buy like something for the dog or something like, you know, like $250.
That's a lot. No, I
Oh my God, Mark, what am I going to do?
This is the conundrum. This is what I go to therapy for, and I need to figure this out. But I just feel like I don't deserve.
You deserve it. You're working hard. You're working hard, and you're not going to deprive your little baby, your dog. I think, you know, honestly, I think that's your goal. You're going to try to. Maybe we should say for the next whatever, how many months, just try to spend $250. Is it too much? How about 100? Let's start with 100. Let's start with $100 a month.
I could do $100.
All right, do $100 a month. Let's do $100 a month. Start somewhere. Enjoy it, and you know that you don't have to feel bad. It's all good stuff. And as far as like the big picture stuff, you know, I wouldn't go crazy with my small cap value and your REIT and all that. You can add a couple things, but don't go nutty. You are going to be perfectly adequately prepared and more than prepared for retirement. I'm more concerned with you being able to spend a little bit on yourself because it's going to become harder and harder to do it. And so $100 a month. Here we are. We're going to do a pinky swear. It's 2024. I want to do $100 a month right through the end of the year, and you get to spend it on yourself. Or if you want, you just want to be like a little, like a fairy godfather and sprinkle $100 a month on somebody who you say like, oh, I love my sister. I'm just going to send her flowers this month. Whatever it is, I don't care. But $100 a month has to be spent every month through the end of the year.
How am I going to prove this to you?
You're going to call us back in December and you're going to tell us.
Oh, really? Oh my goodness. Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, you're really good. You guys are, you two are awesome. I don't know what else like it's, I don't even know. It's tough.
Well, we're going to just get you where you need to go. Start with your 100 and then let us know how it goes. And you know what? We're going to make a call out to others like you. So here's what I want. Gang, we're a family here, right? This is Jill on Money World. What I would like is for anyone who feels like Keith feels and has experienced this to get in touch with us and give Keith some words of wisdom. We'll actually make sure we broadcast it on the program to be able to say like, it's okay. You will be fine. And maybe a success story for how you learned how to have a little bit more freedom and balance in your life. And I think, Keith, if we can do that and you hear from other people, you hear from us, you can always replay this episode to yourself and say, hey, I can do this. $100 a month in 24, $200 a month. And every year, I want you to spend another $100 a month on yourself. That's what we're going to try for. So, gang, if you've got some suggestions for Keith for things he should be doing. Hey, by the way, also, if Keith, you feel like it, you can always say, like, I'm going to give $100 to a charity this month, whatever it is you want, but you cannot spend it. You cannot invest it and you cannot save it. You have to do something with $100 a month. Mark, this is a first for the program, I think, in terms of like actual advice like this. So if anyone else is in this situation, just go to JillOnMoney.com, click the contact us button, and just like in the subject, just say, this is for Keith, and let us know how we should help Keith along. And while you're on the website, of course, check out all the content that lives there. And check out our service. Hey, Keith, you can spend $35 and join Jill on Money Live. That is for 35 of your 100. You have access to quarterly live webinars and lots of special bonus video content. So check that out. Hey, Mark Gilarce was the co-host and executive producer and the king of all things web at Jill on Money. We are distributed by Paramount Global. We drop our episodes Tuesdays and Thursdays. Please leave us a rating and review wherever you listen. And try to lift someone up because someone needs a little boost today. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thank you for listening, and we'll talk to you next week.